The 2025 NFL Draft kicks off on Thursday, and several former Notre Dame standouts are hoping to hear their name call on the 3 days, 7 rounds, 257 picks. Let's do some final predictions. Whose names is called, where the range is, and where their future lies on the NFL level next. Ryan Roberts from A to Z Sports, breaking down everything Notre Dame football. Folks, this is my favorite time of the year. Get to combine my love for the NFL Draft with my love for Notre Dame football. Let's do some predictions here. Pretty good list of Notre Dame players who are hoping to hear their name called and continue their NFL dreams and start their NFL careers. So I think the debate of, in the initial conversation around who will be the first Notre Dame player off the board is going to center around the secondary and the defensive backfield between former All-Americans, safety Xavier Watts, cornerback Benjamin Morrison. Both are projected relatively in the same range, top 64 selections, so potential top 2 rounds, first and second round picks. The question is, who will go first? And my bet would be on today, Xavier Watts, which will surprise some, because going into the year, you saw in every mock draft, Benjamin Morrison somewhere probably in the mid to late first round conversation with the preseason shoulder injury on top of the season-ending hip surgery. That projection as far as the medicals has just clouded things a little bit for me. And I just think that Xavier Watts, who had tremendous improvements this year, one of those guys that, although not a dynamic athlete, always in the right spot, has great ball skills, has a just propensity to create big plays and force turnovers. I do think if there's a player that goes in the late first round, again, I'm not predicting, I'm saying both these guys end up going in the second round, so top 64 selections. But if there is one that goes in the late first round, I think it's Watts. I think he brings just kind of a cleaner projection, no injuries in his background. I think that squeaky clean off the field conversation and the leadership he brings and the playmaking he brings all together makes him a guy that's going to continue to rise up boards. After that, there's 4 players to kind of figure out what the pecking order is here. Now, defensive tackle Riley Mills, if not for the injury against Indiana that has cost him the entirety of the draft process, if not for that, I do think that he had a possibility to sneak into day 2, and that's rounds 2 through 3 for people that don't know. Top 102 picks, right? So 102 for one of the first 102 selections. I think he had a chance to sneak in there. But right now, I think he's more than likely somewhere early day 3, probably 4th to 5th round in that conversation. Riley Leonard is another person to know. Obviously, the quarterback. I think he's right around a 5th to 6th round player as of today. You also have Jack Kaiser, who's around roughly that same range as well, 5th to 6th. Not the biggest body of all time. He doesn't have great length in his arms and as far as just his tackle radius in general, but he has speed, athleticism, a lot of experience, and a captain of Notre Dame. So all those things together, I think, makes him a pretty easy evaluation as well. The last one, Mitchell Evans. Mitchell Evans going into the year was viewed probably somewhere around the 3rd to 4th round, potentially the star tight end. Banged up all year, wasn't incredibly productive. But I still think he gets drafted. I think it's somewhere around 5 to 6, just based upon size, experience, and still upside. Ran 4.69 in the 40-yard dash at the Notre Dame Pro Day, so there's still some athletic upside to boot. But if I had to rank those 4 as far as where I think they'll come off the board, right now I'll go Riley Mills, Jack Kaiser, Riley Leonard, and Mitch Evans. That is my prediction for that. After that, we're talking about priority free agent types. RJ Oben, defensive end, obviously has the NFL bloodlines. Jordan Clark coming off a tremendous year for the Notre Dame team as well. Howard Cross is kind of the borderline guy. I don't think that he'll go undrafted necessarily, but he's around 6 to 7 somewhere after this injury-plagued year. He has obviously the smaller frame. I'll still predict he gets drafted, but there was a time before the year where I would have thought maybe a 3rd to 4th round selection. Now we're talking about late day 3 potentially, but he's got the NFL bloodlines, and I personally would not have bet against Howard Cross not making a football team on the NFL level in the year 2025. Folks, put in the chat right now. Do it. Xavier Watts, Benjamin Morrison, who goes first? That second group of wave, Riley Mills, Riley Leonard, Jack Kaiser, and Mitchell Evans. Who goes first? If you want to put the full order down, go for it. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe on your way out. And as always, go Irish.